This is St. Louis Cardinals baseball. Spring training 2021, and let's go. It's the Washington Nationals and the St. Louis Cardinals from Roger Dean Stadium. So Jack Flaherty, 9 starts a year ago, record of 4-3. The ERA was near 5. He had one bad start. Be more mobile defensively. And here is the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss and a strikeout to start spring for Jack Flaherty. And now looking to play every day. He's been coming off the bench the last couple of years. And their outfield should be very good, anchored by Juan Soto. Their fans never saw the banner raised. 3-2 pitch. And it misses down and in. Dealt with the season ago. Stevenson, the runner at first. He's off on the 3-2. That ball lifted into left field, and it'll get down for a base hit in front of Bader. On his way to third base, Stevenson. And a base hit for Trey Turner. Runners at the corners with one down. First on a 3-2. He's leaning and running. Check swing. And did he go? Out call at second base, but I believe that's ball 4. And if not, it's a double play. With Edman, Carpenter, and Goldschmidt. Carpenter will be the designated hitter. Nolan Arenado making his Cardinal debut. DeYoung, Molina, Carlson, O'Neill, and Bader. Get a look at that lineup. That very well could be what you see on opening day. Eric Fetty, 28-year-old, in the mix with Joe Ross and Austin Vaughn.
And the entire roster, right? And think about when you have a team.
There's a base hit into left center for Tommy Edman.
Still hitting. So those guys make their living, and that's how they get to the big league. So if I was the manager, I don't know how many times I'd like to have a 5-inning game. Different is our ballpark is definitely bigger, and the ball does not obviously carry like it does in Coors Field. So it'll be interesting to see how he handles that, because he's not a pull hitter. And when we first started playing in the new stadium, listen to this. It's too bad it's not a packed house. And Albert did a lot of damage early on with pulling the ball in the air. And so he made it look really small. And then as the season progresses, you start going the other way and you realize, oh, that's a long way out there in right center field. So interesting to see how play. And if you get hurt, you just keep playing, and just the way it goes.
And he's punched out on the check swing.
Oh, come on, move.
Hung that. It's back to Fetty, and they've got the runner hung up, and that's Carpenter between third and home. He's tagged out there, and that allows DeYoung to get to second base.
You know, another city.
2-1, lifted into the gap in right center, but over to make the catch, the speedy Victor Robles. Building up arm strength to get better and stronger by the end of the season. The 2-0 pitch, and Schwarber lifts a fly ball into center, and it drops in front of Harrison Bader. Talking with Harrison Bader, Jimmy, the other day.
Really sure who took it home in center field last year, but last year was a little funky.
Just past DeYoung and into left field, and a base hit for Starlin Castro. So 2 runners on, and the 1-0 is to the backstop, back to Yachty, and runners will advance to second and third.
That was a changeup right there. It slipped out of his hand.
By Flaherty. Lifted in the air to center, drops in for a base hit. The game is at least tied. The throw by Bader back into the infield is cut off by Goldschmidt, and we're tied 1-1. On a 3-0 pitch, Hernan Perez ties it up.
Instead of everything going to the plate, you can see everything starting just to fall off towards the first base side. If I'm the manager, I'm going to get him right here. Pitch count or not, you can see he's uncomfortable and he's frustrated. And I know it's your first outing, but I don't like any time when a guy like this leaves the game frustrated.
So right-hander Tommy Parsons, and runners at first and second with nobody out. Elevated a fastball and a strikeout.
Nope. That is true.
Pitch was up and off the glove of Arenado and into left. Throw to the plate is not in time as Perez scores, and it's a 3-1 Washington lead.
Nobody else really matters. I mean, you're going to obviously get people ready, but what's going on in this field is only about what's going up, what's going to go up north to St. Louis when the season starts.
We're the last several years, we've been able to try to do things in smaller groups. We have a what we're doing. We've got the ability to do a lot of different things. Just quiet, professional young man that goes about his business and, is looking to, be ready to start the season.
We get the lead runner, and
I'm not sure what the precipitation is. Attaboy, Harrison.
Lifted in the air into right center, and that ball is down and all the way to the track. A run will score to make it a 3-2 game. Harrison Bader drives in Tyler O'Neill.
Boy, on it. A lot of work at second base with Stubby, our infield coach, and of course Akendo as well, getting some time.
3-0 hit into the shift, and Carpenter is retired.
There you go, Mike. Thank you.
Great to
finally
see him,
let
man.
you go.
Great to visit with Mike Schilt, and trying to maybe get that 5th position in the Cardinal rotation, John Gant. In the 1-2 pitch. And a good fastball and a strikeout. Little pitch framing here. Quiet behind the plate. Yachty gets the call. 3-2. Got him with the changeup. Couple of strikeouts. Good pitch by Gant. The strikeout of Starlin Castro. Lifted in the air. Into right. And the catch made on the edge of the track.
Enjoyed was going to spring training and really being able to see the ball and hit. And it got a little tougher once I got to Florida.
Lifted into center. Victor Robles there to make the catch. And there's 2 down. 3-2. That curveball again, and a strikeout of Paul DeYoung. Cardinals go in order. Sends us to the 4th. And doesn't get the call there. So 1-out walk. First base runner that Gant has allowed. One getting loose in the Cardinals' pen. And that pitch taken up and in. So even if Gant is not a part of the starting rotation,
sometimes it does that.
Check swing and a strikeout. Runners at first and second with 2 down. Breaking pitch. Lifted in the air. And in foul territory, Tyler O'Neill. So John Gant, couple of scoreless innings, vying for that 5th starter spot. 2 220-pounder, a lefty, Ben Bramer.
The guys are going to go away. He can just stay back.
And a base hit for Yadier Molina. Yadi picked up hit number 2,000 last year.
And worked a little bit on just kind of relaxing and knowing that in the big leagues, and this is the toughest thing about the big leagues, you're going to get any pitch in any situation. So have it, you're just like looking around to see who's moving. That is not a good feeling.
O'Neill went down to get it, and a base hit into left field. They're going to wave in Kisner, and the throw to the plate is in time, and they got him. A strong throw from left after the base hit by O'Neill. Roel Ramirez.
That's what I talk to my son about it all the time. It worries me about the open stances. It's really
the other way.
That's really what he's going to do right now. As you can see, he's almost taking that ball out of the catcher's glove, the plate, which caused you to get over the top of the plate.
Inside corner, and he struck him out.
As far as like gyms and stuff like that. So it will be interesting to see how quickly they can get people back in the stands.
Lane Thomas with the catch in center, took over for Bader. That was awfully close to being a fair ball. You don't give up on it. Kyle McGowan, his numbers last season. Appeared in 9 games for the Nets. I like that. Thank you, sir. Souvenir at the ballpark. And a swing and a miss by Moroff, and that's how we start play here in the home half of the 5th. Not the way you want to start your season. 3-2 froze him, and a strikeout of Caesar.
They got some good talented arms. I was just looking at that picture of Alex Reyes. I think they took that back when he was about 16.
The guy on the mound. That's lifted in the air out to left field. And the catch is made by Austin Dean. Available, namely Hicks. There's the curveball lifted into left field. Austin Dean. He's there. Alex Reyes looks solid in his first outing of 2021. Midway through 6. You got video everywhere at the ballpark. Jimmy getting loose in the Cardinals pen. And the 1-1 to Gorman. And a ground ball hit into the shift. And the first out here in the bottom of the 6th.
So much guesswork on that kind of a situation where what's best for him.
And a strikeout as the Cardinals go 1-2-3. Spring training baseball. Cardinals baseball is back, and so is Genesis Cabrera.
Help these guys. It'll help them individually. It'll help our team. And then hopefully as...
And again, Jimmy will be with us the start of the regular season, and many of those interviews that he conducted will be playing those during spring training. There's Nolan Gorman with a terrific play down at third. Nicely done, Nolan Gorman, facing the Nationals and the Marlins.
Jeez.
Wow.
That's strike 4 right there. Guys that he's going to have to get out when it's crunch time.
That pitch was up and driven out to deep right center field. And it is a one-hopper off the wall. Lane Thomas getting it back in quickly. The relay to the plate is not in time, and that makes it a 4-2 Nationals lead.
Got to clean up on aisle 15 right now.
That's what you do. 3-2 pitch to Dean. And he tied him up. The strikeout.
Diving in the outfield.
Yeah.
He came up short a couple times. People are asking questions.
And that's a fair ball. And he can run a bit. He's going to stop at first base here. And the tying run will come to the plate.
Stay up there and trying not to get hurt further, and that's hard to do.
Little chopper hit to third, and Cardinals will strand a runner. And we played 7 in the first of 12 spring training games on Fox Sports Midwest. It's 4-2.
Just so if you're listening and you're getting ready for minor league camp, better step it up a notch.
Good pitch there. Got him on the 3-2. Spring training games to see this.
Well, I think too you can make a good impression with how you work in your drills, and if you're not sticking out like a sore thumb.
Tyler Epler is the new pitcher. Big guy, 6'5", 230-pounder out of College Station, Texas. Told to go home. And he draws a walk. So Nagowski, the 1-out walk, and the tying run will come to the plate. Tails back in, and it's taken for a ball. So runners at first and second. The 1-2. Lifted in the air out to right field. Hernandez the catch, and there's 2 away. Kisner, ground ball, force play at second. And the 8th inning comes to a close. The Nationals have a lead. First game of spring, and it's 4-2.
Get a chance, if we get a chance, or anyone gets a chance to listen to what Mike Schilt has to say after the game.
The 2-2. There it is.
Slider right there. You can't really see. You don't see any rotation in the hand at all.
Paints the outside corner with that strikeout. 2 away. Gabe Klobasits.
On time, without cheating so much that you can, that you can't recognize other pitches.
Off the bag and barehanded. Oh, what a play at first base.
It's our play of the day right there.
Mendoza, terrific play up the first base line. The World Series, they were up 3-1 on the Dodgers as Dean slips and picks up a base hit. So the tying run will come to the plate.
Got a nice coffee shade.
Froze him. Good pitch. And the 0-1 pitch. Whacked out to right center, and that ball is down. Dean will stop at third and safe at second, taking a chance with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 9th, and puts himself in scoring position. Max Moroff. This is Herrera, and he grounds it softly towards short under the glove. And this game is tied on the air at short, and it's 4-4. Put the ball in play, partner, and sometimes good things happen.
Not what you wanted as a hitter, but as a team, that's what you need.
And the 1-1 pitch to Nagowski. Lined and caught. And we're going to assume that that's going to be it. And we'll play to a 4-4 tie to start 2021.
Nice job right there at the end, even just staying with it. Bottom of the ninth, don't need to be out there. Don't take the at-bats for granted, and scored a couple of runs.